This episode is brought to you by Fortis Mentis Psychiatry, where Black and Brown girls can find individual therapy, mindfulness and meditation coaching, medication management, and case management. To learn more, go to fortismentispsychiatry.com/safe place. Hey girl, welcome back to your safe place. If this is your first time listening, Safe Place for Brown Girls is a podcast where Black and Brown women come to get real, honest support around mental health, healing, and self-worth. My name is Dr. Kathleen Estimé, and I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And I believe in creating emotionally safe spaces where we, as women of color, can be seen, heard, and healed. Today's episode is for the high-performing women, the ones who are always showing up, getting things done, holding their families and careers together, but secretly feeling like they're falling apart inside. Today, we're going to talk about 3 simple but powerful coping tools I use with my clients and in my own life to help you feel more grounded, calmer, and more in control of your day-to-day experience. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what so many of us are carrying. I see it every day in my practice. Women who are smart, strong, nurturing, successful, and exhausted. Exhausted from doing so much. Exhausted from thinking too much. Exhausted from taking care of everyone else while ignoring their own needs. We've been taught to be everything to everybody. And when we do finally pause for a moment, the guilt creeps in. We wonder, am I being selfish for needing a break? Should I be doing more? Let me be the first to say this. Rest is not selfish. Needing support is not weakness. You can be strong and still need space. That's why I wanted to share 3 tools that can help you start creating that space mentally, emotionally, and physically. Before I share the first tool, let me tell you something personal. Even in my own role as a psychiatric nurse practitioner, someone who helps people manage their own mental health every day, I have to remind myself to pause. I have to create intentional time to rest too. The other day, I did just that. I spent some time at the Breakers Hotel here in Palm Beach. And let me tell you, it was just what I needed. I unplugged, I relaxed, I didn't bring my laptop, I didn't take calls. I wasn't there as a wife or a mom or a clinician. I was there as Kathleen. And you can check it out on my Instagram. I share a few moments from that day. But more importantly, I want you to know that you don't have to wait for a breakdown to give yourself a break. That one day reminded me how powerful me time really is. It gave me clarity, peace, and reset my nervous system. And I want that for you too. So with that in mind, let's get into these tools. The first tool is something I call the 90-second rule. Here's the science behind it. When something triggers you, stress, anger, anxiety, your body enters fight or flight mode. That emotional reaction usually peaks in about 90 seconds. If you can pause, breathe, and sit through that initial wave, the intensity begins to fade. Let's say your child says something that frustrates you, or your coworker sends a passive-aggressive email. Instead of reacting right away, pause, take a deep breath, let that 90 seconds pass. You'll be surprised how often the urge to respond harshly, yell, or spiral fades. And once you pass that wave, you can respond from a calmer, more grounded place. This doesn't mean you ignore your emotions. It simply means giving yourself space to process before reacting. And that, sis, is emotional maturity. Tool number 2 is one of my favorites to help with anxiety, especially when your mind is moving faster than your body. It's called the 3-3-3 technique, and it's remarkably simple, yet highly effective. When you feel overwhelmed or anxious, stop and name 3 things you can see, 3 things you can hear, and 3 things you can physically feel. For example, I see the palm tree outside my window, the light coming through the curtain, and the mug on my desk. I hear the birds chirping, the hum of the AC, and my breath. I feel my feet on the floor, the weight of my sweater, and the warmth of the mug in my hand. What this does is pull you out of your thoughts and anchors you in the present moment. It reminds your nervous system that you are safe. It interrupts the racing thoughts and gently brings you focus back to your body. This is a tool I use myself before the big meetings, when parenting gets tough, or even when I wake up feeling a little off. You can do it in your car, your shower, or at your desk. Now, the last one is simple, but for many of us, it's the hardest. Make time for yourself. Not time to catch up on chores, not time to run errands. I mean time for you. Time to sit, breathe, read, nap, stare out the window, walk slowly, stretch, whatever brings you peace. As women, especially Black and brown women, we are conditioned to feel guilty for doing nothing. We are told that rest is laziness and that we need to earn our peace. But I want to reframe that for you. Rest is a requirement, not a reward. Your mind, your body, and your spirit need it. Start small, 5 minutes in the morning before the house wakes up, 10 minutes after work to sit in silence. A monthly solo date at a cafe or even a hotel like I did. Whatever it looks like for you, claim it, because you deserve peace, not just productivity. Final thoughts. These 3 tools are not complicated, but they're powerful. They don't require you to change your whole life. They simply invite you to slow down, come back to yourself, and stop running on empty. Remember, you are not just a mom, a partner, a boss, or a helper. You are a whole person, and you are worthy of the care that you so easily give to others. Try one of these tools this week. See what shifts. Then come back and tell me how it went. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for joining me today. If this was your first time here, I hope this space felt like a breath of fresh air. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a girlfriend. Leave us a review. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Fortis Mentis Psychiatry. And if you're interested in a consultation, I would love to sit down with you and support you through your mental health journey. You can book a session with me using the calendar link in the show notes. Most importantly, be kind to yourself today. You are worthy and you are whole. You are beautiful just as you are. Until the next time, this is your safe place and you're always welcome here. This episode was brought to you by Fortis Mentis Psychiatry, where Black and brown girls can find individual therapy, mindfulness and meditation coaching, medication management, and case management. To learn more, go to fortismentispsychiatry.com/safe place.